Submit yourself to the order and you will be shown mercy.
The church doesn't believe in mercy, Hector says, stepping forward.
Zora's really got a lying problem, I've noticed.
Stop following us. We'll never submit.
If you will not submit, we will take you by force.
He raises the half-sharpened bar of metal. Try me.
All right, since that's an open invitation, Zora's happy to comply.
All right. So you rush forward to attack him?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. Oh, sorry, I missed that you made a roll there. All right, so you got a 9 there. You rolled your damage. You do 6 damage. He takes 4 of that, and you are damaged in return. You stab him through, like, we'll say you stab him through the thigh, and as you do, he swings the blade around, and it slams into your shoulder, doing 13 damage.
Yeah,
No.
Zora looks like she's hanging on her last legs.
No, Zora.
Or last leg, because the other one's injured.
Sorry, this is a forceful weapon, so it sort of forces you down to one knee as it slams into your shoulder, and you feel your left arm go numb.
Okay, can I run up Zora's back and do a jumping fire sword thing?
That would be awesome.
Yes, you can. You've still got your spear, or do you want to make a different weapon?
Let's spear Hector, just right in the nuts.
Okay. I'll say because you are using that momentum and using the environment to your advantage, we'll add a +1 to your hack and slash, to your intelligence roll.
Just rolling intelligence on this one. I don't have to roll the. Do I have to roll the Flames of Gov again?
You still have 2 uses of your flaming spear from when you summoned it. Okay.
I'm a very smart boy.
Yeah, you rolled a 14 on your attack, so you get to damage him and not take any damage in return. So you run up Zora's back, leap into the air, and come down on him.
Scratch him.
And he takes a damage.
A damage? Damn it.
I'm not a tough guy, I'm finding out.
You're supposed to be.
I know. I'm Eddie Murphy. Come on.
So, I imagine I could hear Zora cry out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm...
You can also hear me screaming, "Hey, get in here."
Alright, I'm gonna get in there.
That's my battle cry. As I'm jumping up Zora's back, that's what I'm screaming.
Okay, I'm gonna get in there, hide, duck behind a pew or something if I can, and fire a volley at Hector.
Okay.
Let's hope this is the one, friends.
It's not.
Okay, well...
It hits Zora.
You fire your arrows and... sorry, my dog's being a jerk. Not a jerk. He's just trying to defend his territory.
Being a dog.
He's a poodle. So you fire your arrow, and it whistles past Hector's head and sort of slams into the wall right next to Lean's head, and she sort of gasps and moves sideways. She and Esme have turned towards the altar and appear to be doing something to it.
Oh, man. Alright. I don't know. Zora, I don't know how much you have left in you, but make it count.
Yeah, Zora's gonna take a potion. I mean, she's totally willing to die for the cause, but she would rather stay up long enough to take these guys in.
Okay. If you're going to just crack open a potion right here, you've got to defy danger.
Ooh, okay.
But I'll let you choose Dex or Strength.
Is it possible for me to aid in that to try to distract him so she can guzzle a bottle of potion?
If you're waving your flaming sword towards Hector, he's trying to get his big old sword up onto his shoulder again, one-handed, so he can hit somebody with it. We'll say that gives her a +1 to her defy danger.
Okay, so you said Strength or...
Dex.
Okay, well, it's definitely going to be Strength.
Okay. And did you get the +1 in there?
Nope, it's 10.
Okay, you got a 10. So take your potion. That heals you 10 points.
10 points or 1d10?
It's 10.
Oh, bless.
All right, Squall, do you want to continue your harassment of Hector, or you want to make another attack on him?
That's good to me. Yeah, I've got one use left on the spear. I'm just gonna try and jab him.
Okay.
And that is intelligence again, correct?
Mm-hmm. And just so we're clear, he started off with 2 armor. When you attacked him, he had 1 armor. He now has no armor. The armor that he was wearing was sort of tattered and falling apart. He hasn't had time to repair it because he's only got 1 arm now. So,
it doesn't matter much anyway because I don't think I hit him.
No, your spear goes towards him, but he's able to move slightly to the side and bring his big unfinished blade in the way, so that your spear punches into this slab of steel, and you can see it heating up to red hot, but it doesn't get through the blade or to Hector. What you would know about Hector is that he is one of the most renowned swordsmen in Sector 3, on top of being a very capable blacksmith.
Wow, this is very good for
I
us.
yelled that out to the party. I'm like, this guy's one of the most capable swordsmen in Sector 3.
And a hell of a blacksmith.
He gives you a
More
sort of
impressive than I'm fighting him, so I have to let everyone know that.
He gives you a feral grin and says, "If you know that, you should know better than to continue this foolishness."
In response to that, I literally just use my flames to burn my shirt off.
His eyebrows go up slightly. The Stalwart.
JoJo's to be continued thing shows.
Zora, Quanjoy, do something.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at him again. This is all I've got, and I'm gonna keep trying.
I believe in you. Ah, finally. Okay. So you rolled a 9 there. So you deal your damage. Let's get that done. Nice. Okay. So you shoot an arrow, and it strikes him in his right shoulder, the one that no longer has an arm attached to it. But it sinks into the flesh there, and he has a grimace on his face as you do that. And when that happens, Ramulus charges in from the side and slams into him, doing an additional 2 damage, which I believe is the option you picked for him.
Yeah.
So you have to... Alright, because you are dealing this damage but you only got a 9, you have to pick. You either lose 1d6 damage, you have to move, which places you in danger of my choice, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
Let's do the danger one.
Okay, so I'm just going to first take away his health here. He's not looking well, but as he is there, you notice that the pew you're hiding behind, there's still some fires and stuff in here, and the wall behind you begins to crumble with the force of Hector slamming the sword repeatedly into the ground, and you're forced to sort of dodge forward over the pews to get away from the rock, which puts you into this sort of tangled, spiky mess here, and that causes you to get a little bit hurt from landing on the spiky, splintered pews.
Okay.
You take 2 damage that ignores armor.
All right, let me mark that down here. So I am down to
16.
Okay.
All right, keep going, folks. Lean and Esme have, they seem to be almost done whatever they're doing to the shrine back here.
Oh, well. All right, I'm not sure Zora would notice that, given that she is engaged in melee. So I'm just going to have her hack and slash at Hector.
Okay, that is your job.
Yep.
Okay, you got an 8 again. So deal your damage.
And pray for not death.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all right. So he takes the damage because his armor's gone. He takes the 1 damage, and unfortunately, I now have to roll his attack on you.
There are only so many ones he can take, Trudy. So
eventually, he'll get there.
Given how good of an attack he did last time, there's at least a decent chance Zora's going down.
I'm next.
Also, again, for transparency's sake, because his blade is unfinished, I've been slowly reducing the bonus damage it does each time he uses it. So hopefully you won't die.
We're here to die.
Okay, you take 10 damage.
And the armor reduces that by 2, correct?
Yes, this is not a piercing. This is a club with some pointy bits on it, basically.
Got it. Zora once again is looking rather unfit for combat.
Oh yeah, you're back down to 1 hit point, huh?
No, she's down to 4. But
Oh, okay.
she looks slightly better than the last time she got knocked by this dude.
Okay.
Again, you're pushed back slightly as he swings up a sort of a backhand blow from the ground up back to his shoulder, and it sort of pushes you back a little bit, and you stumble on your weak leg that you injured earlier. So it's just because it's a forceful weapon. All right. Esme and Lean are arguing about something at the moment.
Well, I am first going to tell Quanjoy to shoot some arrows at Esme and Lean.
Okay.
Cool, like grifters, like signal though. Like I use like a hand signal.
Use the thieves' cant.
I use like thieves ASL to. I'm going to generate some flaming govs.
Flaming which?
And I'm going to flames of gov again. I'm going to try to take down Hector once and for all.
All right, let's see what you get. Okay, so you pick one of the tags again.
This time I'm going to choose hand weapons.
Okay.
Test them as like just big flaming like cestises.
Cool. All right. So you've got fire surrounding your hands. You're going to make your attack. Okay, go do your attack first.
To try to very smartly punch him, I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you have to get in really close to him to make your attack. And as you're doing that, he's, again, bringing his sword down. And you are attempting to dodge out of the way, but it's still, the edge of it gets you. And it's a hell of a hit every time that thing lands on something. Okay, it takes 7 damage. Subtract your armor from that.
5.
Okay.
So I am going to just.
What's the damage that you do? You need to roll your damage, your D8 damage.
Oh crap.
Okay. All right.
Is Hector one of the people we needed to bring in?
No.
He was not on the list, but he is a heretic that is aiding them.
My experience as the Stalwart. It's every now and then it's good to kill a heretic in front of people you do need to bring in to remind them that
you can. So Hector slams the blade. Did you take your damage? Your 5 damage there, Squall?
I did not delete it from my thing.
I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yep. So you come in sort of low, trying to get inside his guard, and you're able to. Like, the sword clubs you and buffets you a little bit, but you are still able to come back in from the side, and you shove your cestus directly into his chest. And you feel your flames burning through the cloth that he's wearing, then his flesh, and in through his sternum, and then like burning out his heart. And there's a gout of flame that comes out the back, a hole in the back of him, as he is essentially incinerated from the inside out. You hear Lean scream in rage, and Esme gasp, and Esme, as this is happening, she smears something across Lean's face and pushes her into the middle of the shrine. Lean sinks into the solid stone of the shrine and disappears.
Oh, crap.
Hector, he's sort of gasping and like trying to breathe like and he like reaches out. His sword clatters to the ground with a thunderous noise, and you feel the weakened walls of the shrine shaking again at that impact. And he sort of reaches out with his left hand, and he's trying to choke you or something, Squall, but his hand just sort of touches listlessly against the side of your face, and you see Hector's eyes begin to dim, and he says, "I've done all I can, Emran," and he collapses to the ground, dead.
No, he does not collapse to the ground, because with my hand still in him, as he dies, I turn him to the enemies and do a ventriloquist act.
to Esme. Okay.
The Stalwart's a psycho.
Okay.
Wait, let me. I only rolled a 9 for charisma, so it doesn't like leave Esme like laughing or anything. But
no, obviously not. While you're taking the time to do this, Esme steps backwards onto the platform and smears the same thing onto her face. And
I
she
want to
says,
shoot enough arrows in or around her if I can. That
Yeah,
she
make your
moves.
volley attack. Make your volley
Yeah.
attack.
Just not aimed at her chest or head, just around her feet area, just rapid fire to get her off that platform.
Okay, make your volley attack at a -1 if you're trying to, or do you have called a shot?
Yeah.
Do you have called
Yeah,
shot?
I need all the negatives I can. Let's do this.
Not necessarily, I mean. Okay, right, I was going to check if you had that.
I don't think.
No, you have shoot first. Okay.
Yeah.
So, volley, -1 because you're trying to call the shot. Okay. So the arrows plunk into the wall and ricochet off the stone around her, and you are forced to like continue moving forward as you are shooting because like things are starting to fall off the ceiling of the shrine as well now, and it's starting to rattle as there's a deep hum coming from the direction of the shrine, which is normally the sound the shrine makes when the rations are being delivered from the church, like they materialize on the shrine.
Gotcha.
But in this case, it's making that noise as Esme is being sort of sucked down into the shrine, which is not supposed to happen, but it is happening here. And the arrows that you continue to fire are not able to find their mark, but she does continue to sort of glower at the three of you as this is happening, and she says, "You're all monsters," before her face is sucked under the ground.
Question though, who are the skeletons in the side room?
They're just people who were here during the purge.
Anyway, I make Hector's arm wave goodbye to her.
It does that.
As a grim reminder of what's coming for her.
Wow. Zora, on the other hand, looks down at Hector and says, may he live a more pious existence in his next life.
Have you put Hector
As soon as I
down
said
yet,
that, I
or are
dropped
you?
Hector like a sack of crap.
Okay, he's on the ground,
Drop him like
thoroughly dead and defiled. This shrine is shaking apart as this is happening, as Esme disappeared.
Yeah,
I'm a
let's get out of
GTFO.
here. Drink a potion while you run, Trudy.
back and right out of here.
Yeah.
I don't think he could support. Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get out of here in the most dynamic way possible.
Yeah, like with the whole like running scene, everything collapsing behind us, but like a half second behind.
Right.
Yeah,
It's like the active time events in the new, or the quick time events in the new Tomb Raider games, where you're just like sliding down a mountain and you have to hit the buttons to like roll out of the way of a rock or a pike or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
As you dive out the door, the shrine shakes itself apart behind you, and there's like dust going up in the air. You hear the dogs on the other side of this area sort of barking and running around, running off, scared. And the earth shakes, obviously, as this happens.
I go to high five Carla with my hand covered in gore.
She's not quite sure how to react to that, so she just puts her hand up and is, there's a tear coming out of her eye. As she does, she said, "Did you get Esme?"
Not as such.
We did get a name, I think.
We got we bagged a heretic.
We did bag a heretic. But that name he said as he was dying, like Ermin, Arman, something like that.
Just Emrin? That's
Emrin.
one of the people you're looking for. Yes, that's Emrin.
Ah, crap! We already knew that name. Well, we did kill a guy, so there's that.
Emrin was Hector's son.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, he's probably going to come for me at some point.
So all we have to do is sit back and wait for him to come to us.
You hear some noises from the ruins of the shrine. People noises. Shouts of pain and concern that shouldn't be there because the shrine was empty except for the skeletons and those three people.
I guess let's go back over and see if we can help dig people out.
Okay.
See what's going on.
And, us selfless people should be getting on that.
Us monsters.
Yeah.
It's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
The heroes of our story.
Okay, Zora, are you just going to continue limping and bleeding everywhere?
Oh, take a potion.
She's going to take the other potion.
Okay, you should do that.
Forgot what I rolled for potions, and I literally...
You don't have to roll for it when you're not face-to-face with Yeah, a guy trying to kill you.
I just take the 10.
Yeah, just take the 10 and mark down the potion is used.
I am potionless, guys.
I have 2 potions. I give her one of mine because at this rate, she's going to need it a lot faster than I will.
Yeah.
All right. So you are picking your way across the debris and the rubble towards the noises, and you look down and you see a face looking back up at you, but it's a living face, not a dead face. And the person seeing you, they go, "Oh, shh!" and then they run. There's something under the shrine.
Well, I guess it's our duty to go down there and figure out what's under the shrine.
Do you want to do that, or do you think you've... Like,
I mean,
what's your goal?
we can definitely end the adventure here. It seems like probably the best point. But if we ever pick it up again, we can go down there or not.
Yeah.
I am fully, like, we still have some time. If you want to go down there, there is something down there for you to look at.
I'm going to go down there.
Yeah, let's go
Because
down.
I, above all else, am committed to wiping out heresy. So if I think there are heretics down there,
Okay.
yeah.
Run just ran off, so...
Yep. Let's play heretic hide and seek.
So there's a stairwell here, and you all go down it. And at the bottom of the stairwell, there's a complex of tunnels that should not be here. They look fairly new and fairly hastily constructed, but there are tunnels down here, and you can see branches, the tunnel branching off in different directions. It looks like they may have modified some existing natural tunnels. You see ahead of you, there's some barricades that have been quickly set up across different branches of the tunnel. And you can hear people shouting and saying, like, quickly, come on, get the boats.
Are these doors or spikes?
They're barricades. They're like spiky barricade things.
Can we knock them down?
You definitely can, yeah.
Well, then that's
Romulus
what's
probably
happening.
could too.
Yeah, Romulus might be at more danger, in more danger from that, because
all right,
he doesn't
I'll
exactly
let
have
you handle it, Trudy.
hands.
So should I use Ben Barr's lift gates?
Yeah, let's do one of those.
I like us having Zora fight foes that can't swing back at her for the moment.
All right, so pick 2. You rolled an 8.
It doesn't take a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, because I don't care if this is damaged and if I can fix it.
The things of value that can be damaged include stuff like you and your belongings. So just giving you a heads
they know
up on
we're
there.
coming, so
they
it
know you're
doesn't
here.
matter how much noise we make.
Doesn't matter, the church will supply me with new tools.
Okay. So
or a new body.
When we do the cyber version of this, yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
All right, so you push your way through the barricade. You sort of, how do you dismantle it?
Oh, jeez. Can you quietly knock it down? Just with your foot?
Quietly unties all of the rope holding it together.
That makes more sense. She can quietly unknot it.
And that's not going to take a long time?
Oh, God, what won't take
Very
a long
good
time?
with knots.
You could cut it.
Look, I can't cut it? Okay, there we go. That is a thing. I can cut it.
You use your huge sword to cut it.
Cut it quietly somehow.
Yeah, I mean, you've got enough control over that.
Yeah.
As you cut through it, and we'll just say you cut through the next barricade towards the sound that you hear.
Yeah.
Because you're just going quickly, your goal is to get where you're going. As you're going, it snags at your pack, and your trail rations are flung out and spread across sort of muddy dirt behind you, and they've been ruined. Your trail rations are gone.
Well, we got boars back upstairs we could eat. And plenty of fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Zora's pretty strong. She moved everyone.
She moved the entire map. Okay. As you are moving ahead, are all of you going together?
Following Zora's lead.
Okay.
Yep, following Zora.
Quanjoy, I want you to defy danger with wisdom.
Okay. I consent.
I'll roll that. Oops. I must have closed your thing. I'll open it again. That looks good. Okay. So you are keeping watch to see what the dangers are in this area as you approach. And you notice that there is something sticking out of the wall. directly in between the two sets of barricades, right ahead of where Zora's walking. And it is a sort of a braided fiber that is sparking. And it's the fiber is sort of getting shorter and shorter as these sparks race down it.
We need to turn back. There's a bomb up there. There's a bomb right in front of you that's going to explode in your face and kill you. We should probably go do that.
Should we go around the other way?
You could do that, or you could try and defuse the bomb. Up to you.
I think these tunnels could all collapse as well, and that's maybe what they're going after.
But they're still in here. We can still hear them.
But they're getting into boats.
Finish loading it. There's still... Come on, there's still time.
Well, we could get on the boats with them. And get out
start new lives.
From your experience, an explosive of this size would not necessarily destroy the whole cavern. The tunnels these size, it wouldn't destroy them, but it might, if you allow the fuse to burn down and blow up, it would make it more difficult to get through this passage. And also, if you are standing near it, yeah, that would be bad. But it's not going to collapse the cavern.
Can either Zora or myself cut the fuse off before, it burns any further?
Yep, if you defy danger with dexterity, you can do that for sure.
I can try, or do you want to try, Trudy?
No, my dexterity is -1. I was about to offer that to you.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay, I guess
Cut it
we
with
will...
my flaming sword.
Okay, defy danger with dexterity. Okay. That doesn't work unless somebody wants to help improve your aim somehow.
I have good dexterity, so if I can...
Pat, improve my aim.
Or not good dexterity, but better dexterity than Zora.
Okay, so roll your aid or interfere, and you have +2 with Quanjoy, because you've got... Or is it +1? It's +2, right? You've got 2 bonds with him?
No, I have 1 bond. He's got 2 bonds with me. I've got 1 bond with him. How does that...
Okay. All right, so you're not able to help. So the arrow flies through the air towards the burning wick, and it just misses. Like it would have gotten it if you had been 1 second faster. But the wick is sort of whipping around as the sparks go through it, and they go up into the wall, and then there's an explosion, and that part of the wall collapses. It hasn't rendered the tunnel impassable, but you'll have to go single file in this tunnel now.
Okay, I'll take point then, I guess, since I'm probably the best at sorting out traps.
Okay. There's a barricade right next to it, so you might want to let somebody break through that.
All right.
I'm going to carry forward the Ben Bars thing that Zora rolled before, and then we'll just say that one is also destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
We send Carla around the south way, see if she can do anything.
Carla's hanging out by the stairs.
Probably a good life decision.
Yeah.
Again?
Oh.
What did I just do?
No, it's me. Okay, so as you get up here, you see a group of people who are heretics working for the XCOM. And they turn and they see you break through their barricade, and they're just like, oh, no, 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 no. And a group of them start to get their weapons ready.
Pat, you should set all their boats on fire.
I should. Can you guys cover for me while I run through like 12 people?
Yeah. I don't...
Where are their boats located? Is it conceivable for him to be able to...
I assume the boats are that hole at the bottom of the map, what looks like the table.
The boats are past them. There's clearly some type of underground lake or reservoir or something here that they've got boats on. But you haven't seen them yet because you're still in a tunnel.
Well, it was a good idea while it lasted.
Well, we all know Zora's go-to, which is submit to the order and you will be shown mercy.
Most of them, they renew their grip on their weapons.
As she says that, I am still soaked in gore up to the shoulder with like Hector's guts.
And not wearing a shirt covered in gov tattoos.
Not wearing a shirt either. So there is definitely no mercy happening.
Do you want to parlay, Zora?
Sure.
Okay, so roll your parlay. The leverage is that you're going to kill them if they don't submit.
It's good leverage.
She'll say, we have killed Hector and we will kill you too.
Okay, so the two closest to you, these two, they start to sort of lower their weapons, and they're like, We'll submit if you let us past.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they want to go past you, away from where this fight is about to happen. These two. I say
So
let's-
are they, to clarify, when they say that they will submit, does that mean they're just going to leave and go live righteous lives, or do they mean that they're surrendering themselves to us?
What did you mean when you said submit?
Yeah, come with us and we'll take you back to the order.
Back to church.
Okay.
Back to church.
Okay. I say we'll submit as long as you promise not to kill us.
I mean, if you betray us, you're going to have to deal with our friend Carla back by the stairs. And she's way more bloodthirsty than the three of us combined.
She bakes her meat pies.
Stop it. Zor will say, "We will let you pass."
Okay, they're coming by you, these two.
Okay, let them pass, or I will anyway.
They throw their weapons down as they pass you, and they go to stand by the stairs, looking embarrassed, as the rest of the heretics sort of renew their grip and are like, "Those traitors, cowards."
So what? We've got like 10 of them now.
There are five. There are 5 heretics down here, and that you can see, and then there are 2 other people who look like they are named characters. You can tell by the manner of their dress that they are important NPCs.
Okay, I'm going to step in front of Zor just because I know we're running low on time, and because I have decent charisma on
Yep.
Parley, and say, okay, seriously, last chance before you end up like Hector, aka all over my arm.
Okay.
Well,
You have
that offends them, I think.
Yeah, I think you have a move for that.
I did. I clicked Parley.
Oh, okay. I think you have a move more specifically for that. Let's see. I am Gov's Law. When you give an NPC an order based on your divine authority. So let's roll that one.
Do that
Is
one,
it possible to rescind Parley and use I am Gov's Law instead?
Yeah, we're going to use I am Gov's Law instead because Parley's not the right roll for this. Okay. So you give them the order. You've rolled a 9. So they choose one of the 3 options. Do what you say, back away cautiously, then flee, or attack you. This move's not as useful as I thought it would be.
Because
They all
still
choose
do what they
attack
want.
me. I die.
One of the heretics sort of steps forward between the 2 fancy-looking ones and says, "Go quickly, we'll hold them here." So these 2 back away cautiously and flee. The rest of these...
Can I shoot arrows at them as they're fleeing?
Once you're in position to do so, yes.
Okay. Well, whenever that happens, that's what I'd like to do. Before
Okay.
I forget.
These 5, they attack you. They come towards you with their weapons drawn.
And
Okay.
do I need to redo a new flame weapon, or can I still use the one?
You still got 2 uses of your Cestai left.
I just wanted to make sure that because we were doing stuff in between now and then.
Yeah, you can... I'm not going to take those uses away from you.
I'm just gonna charge in and start punching.
Okay. Roll your
I'm
intelligence
gonna go
attack.
because you moved me next to the white-haired one. I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. These are just random things, random tokens that I have from other games. All right.
Yeah, so the bandit there takes a 10 right to the face.
Yeah, so that's the roll. So do your damage.
I should have thought about that before I.
Okay. Unfortunately, they have 3 hit points each. So it's not quite enough to kill this one, but she is quite severely burned as your cestus slams into her chest. She stumbles back a bit, but she sort of recovers, and she's got a pair of daggers that she sort of flips around, and the 2 of you are sparring at this point after you got that initial hit in. How about the rest of you?
I would like to shoot at the 2 fleeing people.
Okay.
At one of them, at least. So I'm sure the other one will stop and turn around to help them.
Yeah. Sorry, the 2 fleeing, I'll describe them a little better.
Okay.
They are both wearing robes that you would recognize as being XCOM faction leader robes. So these 2 are the leader of whatever faction of the XCOM this is. The one is a woman. She has her hair dyed green. She has a trio of red and gold feathers in her hair and a tattoo across her forehead. And the other is a man with long, brightly dyed red hair and a ponytail. He's also dyed his full beard and his eyebrows just for the full effect. And he has a tiny pair of glasses perched on his nose that are clearly cosmetic. in nature because nobody actually needs glasses in this world.
Okay, I'm shooting at the dude. I hate those glasses.
Okay. And let's roll your volley. Oh dear.
Again.
So you fire your arrow at him, but he turns around, and as he's running, he sort of waves his hand, which is glowing, and your arrow disintegrates before it can hit him.
Okay.
This is not something that people are supposed to be able to do. So
Right.
Heresy sense goes
Heresy.
off like Spider-Man.
Heresy sense tingling.
Half like Stalwart face appears over my face.
It's just half of your face over your face, but in a slightly different artistic style.
It's a different Eddie Murphy role.
Right. The nutty professor.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that
okay.
wasn't him. That was Robin Williams. No, that was him. Robin Williams
Yeah.
was
Robin
Flubber.
Williams was Flubber.
Yeah, Flubber. Okay. What else do you folks want to do?
I'm gonna keep fighting, but I'll let Trudy roll.
This
anything
was
else.
the heretic that you attacked, right? The white-haired one?
Yeah, this health thing keeps affecting all of them. It shouldn't. Anyway, I'm going to just make this a health pool. Okay.
Zora will go up here and tell heretic once again that submit to the order,
I don't know if she can hear you.
you
I
will
think
be
her
shown
eardrums are-
mercy, etc., etc.
She is focused on her duel with Squall here, but the heretic that you've moved next to, the one with the goggles and the headscarf, comes at you with a trident and stabs it towards you. So let's see, they do
at the rate Zora's going, it's probably going to do 26 damage.
2 damage.
Okay, and that doesn't
It's
go
not
through armor?
pierce. No, it's regular damage.
So then it doesn't go through armor.
Nope.
So it just slashes against my armor.
Yeah, it sort of pokes you and like, oh, okay.
Jostled. I'm going to use the last cestus, the last swing of my cestus to try to finish off the one I was dueling with.
Okay, make your attack.
Intelligence, I got a 10.
That's real good.
2. So. And it's like I need to like go to the gym or something.
Yeah, you do another 10 damage, but that's enough. How does your cestus deal with this heretic in front of you?
I'm thinking, can I just like have like the last punch be like flaming brand of Gov onto them?
Yeah, sure. Zorro style. As you sort of do your uppercut with the cestus, it sort of burns.
And it's totally a dragon uppercut like Street Fighter too.
Yeah, it burns a trail up their torso and their face as they sort of do that. Dive backwards. The mark of Gov appears in the burned trail where your fist left, and they hit the ground, no longer alive.
When I land, I have my back facing to the group, and I turn and look over my shoulder like Ryu from Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
A bandana flickering. It's my rat tail.
Right. Yes. They're impressed, but also enraged.
Like everyone who plays Street Fighter is.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, I want to fire at one who's a little closer to me, I guess, since I assume the other two people have gotten away by now.
They're still moving. Like, these rounds are very. This is seconds of time passing.
Okay, I'm going to fire at the lady then, since it didn't work out to fire at the dude.
Okay, let me do that. That's better. Okay, so you hit, but you have to choose. You have to move, which places you in danger. You have to take what you can get, minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
I'll reduce my ammo
Okay,
on this one.
and we'll roll your damage. Okay, so your arrow strikes her in the shoulder. Not the shoulder, I've done the shoulder too many times. Your arrow slashes across her cheek and ear and cuts off the bottom of her ear, which falls to the ground, and she sort of shrieks and puts her hand to the cut on her face. She reaches down to her sword, but the man sort of grabs at her arm and he's like, "Reyes, let's go." She's like, "Did you just see what he did to my face, Karim?" So they're sort of struggling over whether they should go or whether they should engage you.
All right.
All right, what else is going on over here?
Well, Goggles obviously can't follow orders, so Goggles is getting attacked.
Okay,
Hell yes.
that's what we like to see. Okay, so do your damage, and she will attack you as well. All right, she takes 3, and you got +2 piercing. Okay, So as you are doing that damage, she lashes out at you with her trident one final time, and again, just striking you for 2 damage, which I think does nothing to you. Her final act was one of futility.
Relatable.
And I'm going to summon my next cool ass weapon.
All right, let's see how it goes.
I'm moving through the heretics towards the leaders
Naturally.
because I don't have cool arrows.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Neither do I.
Sucks.
I have missing arrows. Arrows of missing.
Missing arrows in that you go to reach for into your quiver and they're missing.
Yeah.
They're
Anyway,
missing.
so
They're missing no arrows. It's just garbage data.
I make a shitty weapon that no one likes.
Oh.
As you release the weapon, the flames burst backwards, and you and Zora take 6 damage from the flames. But you have your flaming weapon. What is it this time? Your armor also factors into that, so you can subtract your armor from that damage.
But do I take fire damage? I thought I was resistant to fire.
Regular fire can't hurt you.
Okay.
Your own fire can, because that's Gov's fire. Wait, what did I put here?
14 now.
Oh no, I just put flames cannot hurt you, so you don't take that damage. Zora does.
For you, Zora.
Sorry, Zora.
Rip.
My shoulder. My bad.
I'm assuming, does it go through armor?
No, that your armor tanks that as usual.
It warms
Awesome.
it up.
Oh, so it's just a nice heated armor. Like a heated blanket.
So, what is your weapon that you've made?
It's like a 2-handed sword.
Okay. Now, are you going to use it on these heretics, or just content to have damaged your companion?
No, I'm going to take out my anger at that on the long-haired heretic here.
Okay, make your attack.
The real reason that I have this cool pattern shaped into my head is male pattern baldness.
Mhm.
So I'm jealous of his locks.
He does have very nice hair. Okay.
Well, maybe for long because I missed.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So you go in and you make that attack, and the heretic is able to dance out of the way.
And that's 5 damage, so I take 3.
Yeah, you take some damage as its short sword slashes across your chest, slightly marring the mark of Gov that you have tattooed there.
Ooh.
Not
Well,
good.
now. Not good at all. Okay, I'm going to shoot another arrow at that lady.
Okay. Okay, so you shoot an arrow at the lady, but this time she's ready. She's been watching you. She draws an elaborate-looking sword from the sheath at her waist. It's elaborate but thin, and she holds it up, but it's not the sword that blocks the arrow. 5 more ghostly swords appear around her, sort of orbiting her, and one of those slashes the arrow out of the air.
Oh, man. Can't compete with ghost swords.
She gives you a smirk, but Karim is still trying to pull her backwards. Oddly enough, the swords are just sort of floating through him, but they did strike down that arrow. He's like, this isn't worth it.
Zor's gonna move over here. These heretics have had enough warnings. It's time to start taking people down. If they want to surrender, they always have that option.
Okay.
She's gonna take this guy right in front of her.
Okay.
And
do your damage. Okay. So this one, he's got a simple longsword, which he stabs at you as your blade sort of bisects him at an angle. So he's stabbing you, and as that's happening, you are cutting him in half. And he sort of gurgles, and his top half slides off, and he dies.
All right.
He gets for heresy. I mean, come on.
They should know better.
they had enough warnings.
You gave him plenty of chances.
Yep. How many heretics are left other than the 2 main heretics?
There are 2 grunts, and then the 2 ones.
And then there are the 2 ones who surrendered, who were like at the entrance of the canyons, listening to all this echo through.
Yeah, they're sort of looking twitchy, and Carla's sort of sitting with them, and it's just this trio of people who have sacrificed something for their own survival that are just sitting together and being miserable. Karim takes one last look at Reyes, and he sighs and says, "Do what you wish," and he turns and runs.
Okay.
Good choice, man.
Clearly. I don't know how I'm going to compete with her ghost swords.
You can just try and time your shot.
I mean, just take out her other ear.
Yeah, I'll just try to time a shot, but not call the shot, because I don't need any more minuses. I was joking before. I really don't actually need more minuses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do a volley. I'm not rolling well for you, Dustin. I'm sorry about that.
Trudy, how do I go about dice shaming?
You ask the DM to refresh roll 20.
Okay. Well, that's for next game. That's a lot of work for Matt. So
Reyes looks back behind her and sees that Kareem is left, and she goes like a and the phantom blade knocks another arrow aside, and she's retreating now, but she's walking backwards, glowering at you as she goes. She's not running like Kareem did, but she is retreating slowly.
Okay. Squall, you gonna kill some more heretics?
I'm gonna kill some more. What's Ramulus doing? Did he come down with us?
Apparently not.
Or Ramulus can be guarding the heretics.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay, that's what he can be doing then.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm gonna try to hack through the long-haired dude in my way and continue on my merry path. So let me just
nothing personnel, kid.
Intelligence roll. Exactly what I say, a good one. As I roll a 10 and kill him.
You sure do. His hair goes up in flames as you hit him like across the top of his head with your sword. In addition to his hair going up in flames, also you cut off the top of his head, and with his brain exposed, he dies. All right. Reyes moves back around the corner, and there's one XCOM heretic left. She's standing there with her halberd, and she is just facing down the three of you, and she's saying, "I'll never surrender to you."
All right, well, she's made her fate. Hack and slash, baby.
Okay, you did it. Do your damage. All right. So she jabs you in the wounded leg with her halberd, which is painful, but not like you've got armor, so you only take a little bit of damage from that. But your sword, what does your sword do to her?
Just cleaves through her. We'll just go for par for the course. No mercy for the people that don't want to surrender.
Okay. Your blade cleaves through her. You hear another explosion off in the direction those two retreated.
Okay.
But the heretics, those that were in front of you, are gone. Dead. You know, they're still there, but they're dead.
So we should chase after them to see that we will not be able to catch up.
Yep. They would at least check, or at least Zora would.
Yeah, definitely. And
Zora's
Squall would.
One leg there.
Huh?
Zora zipped across the map for someone with one leg.
Yeah.
So you see that another one of those bombs has gone off, and this passageway is mostly blocked, but just beyond it you see Reyes and Kareem climbing into the boat.
Oh, I wish I could set an arrow on fire and shoot it at the boat.
You can.
Okay, that's what I would like to do.
Touch your arrow to my flaming
Zora will
sword.
move out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just touch my arrow to Pat's two-handed sword or Squall's two-handed sword. Just do my best.
Time to roll a 14.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say that gets a +1 because you're getting help from the Stalwart here. And let's give that a shot. Oh, why did that close again?
It was so good it closed the program.
Okay. Come on, dice. Do me something good. Okay. So you are able to make the shot. But again, you get one of those three choices because you've rolled a 9 here. So you have to...
But it wasn't there a +1 on it?
Yeah, I included the +1 in the roll.
Okay.
All right, so you have to take what you can get, which means you do less damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. I don't think the moving one makes much sense here.
I'll just do the ammo again.
Okay. Okay, so you do 2, and I will also add the damage from the flaming brand, because that's magical fire you've put on there.
All right.
So 5 damage. Okay, so your arrow sails over Kareem and Reyes' heads and lands in the boat. And it's not enough to burn down the boat, but it has landed on some of the barrels that were loaded into the boat. And one of those, like the top of it pops off as if the contents were under pressure. And a couple of the other barrels are also damaged and start leaking something into the boat and into the water. And Reyes is shouting in anger, and Kareem is shouting in anger as they leap onto the boat and shove it off, while also pushing those barrels overboard. You hear Reyes screaming as her hand comes into contact with whatever was in the barrels, and you can smell the smell of sizzling flesh. But after that, the boat slips into the aquifer and disappears into darkness.
Well, at least we killed
That's
and
just
hurt
heretics,
people.
they're
That's all that
polluters.
matters. Heretics are polluters. That's the worst thing about them.
Not only are they polluting the spiritual purity of the land, they're also polluting this water that Gov gave us from their bladder.
From their bladder, yeah.
Looting and polluting is not the way. Here's what Gov has to say. The power is ours.
And
Whoops.
all right.
I got tall.
Okay. So what do you do? The battle is over.
I guess we just need to get back to the governor.
I think we just need to take back the heretics who we won over, bully them on the way home to remind them of their bad choices.
And we gotta read the Bible to them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lots of Bible reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're all going to force Carla to bake us a cake.
Yes, I think that's exactly what should happen. We need a cake from Carla. And we probably need to give the governor an update. That doesn't mean that we're giving up, but the trail is pretty much cold for now, and we need to give the governor an update with all of these really bizarre things that probably not too many people have seen other than us.
Okay. Smash cut 2. A few days later, back at Governor Denton Young's office. Well, have you brought them?
Honestly, Governor, we didn't even see them. We saw some of their accomplices we were warned of. Tracked them through some very strange things like disappearing floors. They themselves disappeared through an altar. We fought a man who disintegrated an arrow in midair and a woman who summoned ghost swords around herself to deflect arrows. It was not quite what you would expect from the hunt.
We did bring back 2 XCOM heretics from the faction that we encountered, though, to be interviewed, and I use the air quotes, interviewed, to see if we can gain more information from them.
We also found a network of XCOM tunnels, but the trail did unfortunately go cold. We wanted to update you before we picked it back up again.
Well, okay. You can see Denton is sort of trying to force himself to see the good in this, and he's adjusting.
I still haven't put on a shirt this entire trip, by the way.
Well, Denton is wearing a very nice shirt, and he's adjusting something under it that seems to be like binding his torso in some way, and he's like, I need to get a new one. And he is trying very hard not to yell as he says, "You have served me well. You have brought me valuable information that we may use in our future pursuit of these heretics. I will see to these 2, he says, looking at the 2 that surrendered, personally. Did you see Lean?"
We did.
He pauses for a second, and he looks down and away, and he takes a deep breath and says, "How does she look?"
Well, she smeared some crap all over her face, so that was weird. Right before she disappeared into an altar in what can only be described as heretic magic.
Did she sink into the ground as if it were soft?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
My fist sank into Hector.
Hector,
Oh, yeah, Hector's dead, by the way. We killed Hector.
Excellent. That's a good start. That will certainly help us in the future. Hector was a thorn in our side for far too long. I've seen this transportation spell before, but we will find them. We will find them, and we will find those 5, and we will bring them in, and we will bring Lean in, and we will bring them back to Gov's light. You have served me well. I am going to suspend the hunt until we have a new lead. Thank you.
You're welcome, Governor.
I'm just like, hey, no problem, dude. Thumbs up. And then I like vape or something. I don't know.
The governor stands and walks over to his window, and then he clasps his hands behind his back, and you can see that his knuckles are very pale from the strength of the grip he's keeping on each of his hands. And he says, "You may go, and you will be rewarded for your loyal services. Please see them downstairs, and you may go," he says. and you can see it's getting brighter outside.
Okay.
All right.
He's pulling the sun towards us. So let's leave and go get that cake from Carla.
Yeah. Carla is now like the fourth musketeer of our group.
Yeah. It was going to be Ramulus, but it was always Carla.
It's the fourth beetle.
I love Carla.
You know? I've grown fond of Carla as well.
Carla is, as usual, terrified. All right, as you walk out the door and head down to receive your just reward, we sort of see a shot of the camera pulling out of the governor's mansion and then out over City 3, and you see the sun rises over the city and is blazing down on the governor's mansion as the vegetation in his lush gardens begins to sizzle and fry. And we fade to black because that's the end of our session.
Woo!
Yay!
That was really
Right.
fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was fun, Matt. You did such a good job.
Yeah.
Well,
We were talking about how much we were enjoying it during our break.
Oh.
Yep.
I literally
We
could
were.
not have done it without you, so thank you.
Being
It was
so
amazing,
patient and
Matt. You
indulgent with all of our jackass decisions.
That's the fun of Dungeon World.
All right.
All right, well, I know some of you have to get going to other stuff, so I'm just going to say thanks for joining us. This has been the Splinters of a Broken Sun side story in Gov's service. I've been joined by my excellent friends, Trudy, Pat, and Dustin, and thank you once again for joining me. I hope that this will have given all of you listening some good insight into what the world is like outside the bubble in which our heroes live.
Pretty fucking horrible.
Until the next time, all the best.